Hi everyone, I'm in Key West today. We are at the Garrison Bight Marina and we have been snorkeling and boating out to the snorkel spots and the reefs and walking around Key West. And I had lots of popcorn last night, so I'm so salty and like, I don't know, bloated and a little bit tight. The joints are tight from just walking around for miles. So it's about 11 o'clock and the cockpit is the place to stretch right now because on deck is just too sunny and hot. So we are going to protect the skin and do some fun cockpit stretching, which hopefully can inspire you to stretch wherever you are at any time. So I have the lovely Lane Bones here with me. Woo! And let's get to it. We're gonna get creative with what we've got. So let me just run you through what our cockpit looks like. We've got a bunch of, you know, different ledges and things to hold on to. We have a bunch of benches, right? And then for us, which is really nice, we have, you know, some of these lines and the boom up here and things to hold on to like stretch ourselves. So think about where in your house, apartment, van, sailboat, you've got places for you to hold on to, for you to get a little bit of torque or tension for your body, and especially ledges to prop yourself up on. So we are gonna have an inventive time. If something doesn't work quite with the furniture you've got, just figure it out. Get on the floor, get somewhere. So let's start off. And just find yourself a seat somewhere. Take a deep breath. Exhale it out. Let's get these belly muscles really working. Find your posture. Think of how tall you can be. And then actualize that. Take a little bit of tension out of your neck. Especially finding the ease between ear to ear underneath your jaw. As you get a little bit taller, sit back a little bit so that way your spine is aligned, your rib cage is directly over your hips, and then tone the belly, and then naturalize the curve in your spine by flaring your tailbone out a little, and then curve the belly in to meet it without letting go of that flare. Close the ribs. And then think about the shoulder blades being easy. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, take the chin back just a little bit and lift it, and then just smile, curve, inhale. Belly expands, and then exhale, belly sinks into the spine. Inhale again, belly expands. Exhale, belly tightens into the spinal column, in and up, growing even taller with that beautiful spinal curve. Easy neck, inhale. Exhale into the spine. I encourage you to use this breathing through this whole practice stretch session today to get a little bit longer wherever you are. Okay, shift your position if you want, or just stay right there, and then take the neck to the side and the side. And just notice how it feels. And we gotta wave goodbye to our friends right now because they are leaving. We're in a mooring field. And those are our friends Camille, and they are off. Bye! Bon voyage!
Fair winds and following seas.
Yes. I can't wait to see it.
We'll see you soon. Ah, friends. And then here, take that next, and then just let it go a little bit farther with your shoulders and your upper rib cage, okay? So it'll take a little bit out of that neck stretch, but maybe amplify it a little. The side of my neck and my trapezius always gets a little bit wild. Oh my gosh, they are. Hold on, they are videoing us. We gotta go.
With the big boat. I know, wow. We miss you already.
Hey, I know. Hey, guys.
Say hi to Fort Myers.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Bye.
We love you. She's so cute.
Oh, that was cute.
Bye, friends. Okay, we're back. We had to go say goodbye. So, find the neck, side to side. The traps get really tight, and then it makes the sides of the necks really tight. So here, just take a moment wherever you're sitting to find that pliability in the neck. Inhale. Exhale, spine to belly button. And explore lingering longer where you feel the tension. Take 2 more deep breaths, full belly. And if you feel so inclined, move your jaw away from where it's tight, or take your hands to the muscle that is really just pulling tighter than everything else. We've all got one, or the knot that you might find. And then just let yourself palpate that. Just give it a little bit of extra love, reminding it to relax. Deep breath in, last one. Exhale, spine to belly button. And let's start to roll the shoulders. Take them up to the ears. I'm gonna change my position again. You do whatever you want. I'm gonna roll the shoulders as far forward as you can, almost letting your fingers touch and your shoulders come forward, lifting it up to the ears so you almost squish your ears and get rid of your neck, and then squeeze it all the way back so you actually squeeze your shoulder blades back. You can almost touch your hands behind your back like you're holding a ball, and then roll them down, drop them down, activating the belly, and then press them down like you have 5-gallon buckets full of water on either side. And then one more time, with that much tension, press it forward, lift it up, scoop it back, and then press it down. And then do a few without that tension, maybe just 50% tension. And then let your chest start to get into it. And notice if you're holding tension in the neck while you move the shoulders. Start to add the elbows into it, rolling the shoulders, letting the elbows join the party. Deep breath in. Exhale, let the shoulders fall down. And then one more time, do one little side stretch in either way with the neck. Good, now let's draw that same circle forward, up, and back, just with the chest. Okay, so forward, up, and back. Imagining that your sternum is doing this. So we're massaging the upper spine and of course the lower spine, but we're focusing more on moving this chest, the shoulder blades, from the center rather than the outside. Tone the belly, deep breaths in, deep breaths out, scooping everything in. One more. Good, now let's take that circle and just figure 8 it side to side with the chest. This one can be really funny. This is a belly dance movement that I learned, but you're gonna just draw a figure 8 with either side of your chest, like you're paddling with the chest either forward or backward. Okay, so we're doing a half circle on either end. Imagine that hourglass shape happening with the center of your sternum, always crossing over the midline. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's curl into the belly here. You're gonna curl forward. Pull the back. You can do this seated, standing, just pull back. You can even press the hands forward like you're pressing on something. And then pull the arms back, reverse it. Arch the back, think about opening the hands up, relaxing the neck, drop the shoulders, lift the chin, arch, arch, arch through that center heart section, and then reverse it. Inhale. Exhale, push back. So we're using every part of our abdominal wall right here to push back. You're gonna curve your tailbone forward and stretch through. If you have one hand on top, switch it, and then stay here. We're going to move the right back shoulder blade back a little farther, and then switch the left shoulder blade back a little bit farther. So you should feel a nice stretch through the shoulder blade. Push backward, balloon the back like you're getting continually punched in the diaphragm, in the belly. Push, push, push. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more each side. Tuck the chin. Now drop the shoulders and see how that feels here. And then let's go into that arch. Inhale. Find that neutral spine, and then flex the spine the other direction. Fingers to the sky, palms wide, tailbone arch, but mostly squeeze the shoulder blades into your back arch. Squeeze them. Open up through the pecs, the front body, and then come back to neutral. Let's do that a little bit quicker, just for 5 palpations, okay? You're gonna go back, and then forward, and then back, and then forward. And notice if you can feel it arch and contract all the way up the spine. I lost count, but I think we have one more. Good. And then come back to neutral. I invite you to stand up here and just kind of move the hips around too. Just move the hips side to side. Imagine that they are wiggling side to side. I'm bending my knees, and then wiggle them forward and back, and just let the tail, your tailbone, right? Let it just move the top of the head. Just wiggle the spine out. Inhale. Exhale. Find stillness for a second. And then go back into that movement. So change it up wherever you're feeling, right? You're gonna find stillness for a moment, and then you're just gonna keep moving. Find stillness for a moment, and then move slowly like you're moving through honey, and start to get your shoulders into it, your arms, your elbows, your fingers, just moving, stretching like you're just getting out of bed, really reaching into each, and then take it into the knees and the toes. Let's start to amplify the ankles, and actually let's find a spot where you can lay down or sit with your legs up. Okay, so legs are gonna go up here, your tailbone's gonna be on the floor, and then just shake the legs out. Shake them, kick them. Okay, we're gonna shake it side to side. You're gonna rotate your ankles back and forth and shake the muscle off the bone, and then you're gonna kick your heels to your booty, and then actually just let your ankles be loose. Shaking and kicking. Perfect. Shaking and kicking. Good. Now flex the feet up, roll the ankles, and find that same pressure, find that same articulation as you find the edges of your ankles, and then reverse it the other way. Ooh, my ankles are swollen from all that salted popcorn. Then let them go and just notice the blood draining out of your legs. This should feel great. Inhale. Exhale, take the legs down, put the feet on the floor, the knees up, lift the tailbone up, and then just drop it. Drop the tailbone down, almost with a little bit of a thump if you can. Just let that tailbone hit the ground, and then rock it side to side. Finding that delicious activation of the belly button, and then draw some circles with gravity of your tailbone on the ground, just letting those hip muscles open up. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Open the mouth all the way. Good, and then lift the feet up one more time. Take your right leg and then just gently pull it towards your face, just a little bit. We're gonna get a lot into our hamstrings in a minute, but just let this go. Switch, go to the other leg, and just notice where your hamstrings are tight. Are they tight on the inside, in the center, or on the outside? Inhale. Exhale, let it go. I feel mine going into my hips and sometimes up into my back. So just notice where it is. We're gonna do 3 curl ups here. They're just crunches, but curling up. Press your feet into the floor, then curl it up. Lean forward, and then take it back. Don't fall off your bench. Take it all the way back. And then curl it forward. 1, 2, 3. Activating that core and back. 2, 3. One more. Forward. 2, 3, 4. Back. 2. Okay, and a half just to get up. Forward. 2, 3, 4. And then stand up wherever you are. We're gonna get into, first, one more back stretch that's gonna lead us into our hamstring. So I want you to find something to hold on to. Here, I have a couple options in the cockpit, right? We have a winch. I can even just like take my little hands and grab them onto the edge of a ledge. I do this on countertops all the time, right? My hands are just underneath it. But you wanna make sure that this can support your weight wherever you are. Lane's here on the wheel. That's exactly where we're going. I do this stretch all the time and it feels so important. So grab where you're at, or grab onto your handholds. Put your feet a little bit wider than hip distance, and with the tailbone, you're gonna lean back. Lean your weight back and press into the fingers. Make the fingers little hooks and press backwards. So this is gonna stretch out through the lats on the sides of the arms. It's gonna, if you flare the tailbone up, you're gonna be able to stretch through the hamstrings. And if you let your head hang, this will help get into like your neck and your shoulders. So let's take 6 breaths here, and you can decide where you need the most of this. Right, you can wiggle side to side, you could take your head up and down, you can balloon your back up, or put it flat. Okay, so let's start now. Deep breath in. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3. Exhale, belly button to spine all the way. Exhale all the air out. 4. Follow where your body has its tight channels. 5, inhale. Exhale. Last one, 6. Exhale. And here, hang out. Hold yourself empty for 5, empty of air. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale and slowly come on up. Notice the difference. I love being able to push and pull because you can actually pull and stretch even farther. Wiggle your fingers out if they feel any tension, and then let's give them a little bit of reverse stretch. So I'm gonna take my fingers on that same surface and just press my forearms in. Just noticing how you can counter stretch for that. Lift the kneecaps up, tone the booty, find that long spine and that natural curve of the spine with the tailbone going out, the belly in, the chest back, the chin lifted, and the back of the neck tucking in. Inhale. Peel the hands off, shake them out. Let's get into some hamstrings. So perhaps the same ledge, perhaps something else. You definitely don't want something that's gonna rock and roll, but maybe if it's sturdy enough, the rocking and rolling, something that might move a little bit, can be really good for you to create that strong strength and length, okay? So find yourself somewhere. And now we're gonna get into some ballet bar techniques where we wanna make sure that we have a big square happening, or like a very proper square. So if my hips have lights on them, you can imagine where they go. So right now my hips are pointed to you, but my foot is pointed out to the side. So this is a different, this is like a side straddle stretch. Okay, and so this stretches the inside of your hamstring. What we're looking for is how we can achieve the best stretch for where you're personally tightest. For me, my outer hips are the tightest right now. So I want to find my full square first. I want to take both of my hip bones towards my leg that's up. I'm going to take a deep breath in. I'm going to flare my tailbone back, square my hips off, which usually means taking my leg that's up, which is my right leg, back, and my left hip forward. And I'm, ooh, this one's really tight today. With my foot fully flexed, belly button in, lean forward any amount. Here we're stretching with a flat back, so don't curve the top of the spine to try to get nose to knee. That's not where we're going. We are flattening out, lifting up, and stretching. Think about lifting the tailbone up and back as you square that hip forward. Now take your foot. I'm going to show you a little bit of extra activation. Press the hands down into the ground, into the ledge, wherever you are, and just rotate that foot side to side. Belly tight, neck long, and then just wiggle it back and forth. And you should feel a little bit. If you want a little more, you can move the whole leg bone in the socket all the way up. Deep breath in. Exhale, let's curve it down, bend the bottom leg. Now nose to knee. Relax, relax that head. Bottom leg is bent right here. Bottom leg is nice and bent. We're soft, and we're just letting the head hang. Belly button is lifting in and up, just like that first chest exercise. Flow into the tips of the toes and flex the foot even more. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and then roll it up. Maybe propping yourself up on your leg, and we're gonna balance for a second here, strengthening what we just stretched. Find that very square posture, okay? We're gonna press down with our standing leg, and you're gonna lift up and out with your stretched leg, okay? And we're actually gonna try to lift it up and then press it down. You don't wanna lean back too far. Activate the core. Okay, you can take your arms out to the sides or put them on your hips, whatever you want, and then lift it up and then press it down. One more time. Lift it up and press it down. And now drive the heel into the floor and pull it in. Press it down, pull it in. This is an isometric. Bottom leg, knee is still up. It's pressing as hard as you can into the ground. Press it down, pull it in, and then lift your spine up. Lift the leg up and then take it off. Shake it out. Give yourself some good butt wiggles here. If you shimmy and butt wiggle with your tailbone out a little bit, it's gonna shake out that hamstring that you just worked and stretched. Good. And then lean forward again and just shake your legs out one at a time. Shake them out. Lean forward into that. And then let's get one good mini stretch of that pullback. Okay, we're gonna do 3 breaths here. Take a deep breath in, up on your toes, weight back on your heels, tailbone sends back. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Knees are up. Exhale. One more. Exhale. Good. Roll it on up. And just notice a difference in your legs. Take your awareness inward and notice any difference in your legs. They both worked during that in different ways. Okay, let's do the other one. Take a deep breath in. Find your supporting leg, your standing leg very sturdy, and then put the other leg up, perhaps on the same surface, but our legs are never the same. Our sides work very irregularly as we walk, as we stand, as we draw, write, cook, everything. Like we either put weight on one side or the other. So your legs are going to be different. So just notice where your square is and how this one feels. Take a deep breath in, a deep breath out, relax your jaw, and tailbone flares back first. Standing leg, kneecap lifts, tailbone comes back and come forward. We stretch straight first. Flare those toes up, belly button in, find the length in the spine. Don't let your chest lead forward. Try to find that full flat back. Inhale. Exhale, flatten a little bit more and flare that tailbone back. Curl the standing leg hip, my right hip, forward and my left hip backwards. So we even into that square more. And now move your foot side to side. Find the difference in all of that minute action. And then move your heel back and forth. Deep breath in. Now curve it forward. Inhale. Balloon the back and the chest up and let the head hang heavy. This should stretch through the whole hamstring and all the muscles on the side of your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Bend the bottom leg. Hold it here. You can shake the neck side to side. You can also wiggle that leg. This is really tight on me today. Whee! And then we're gonna heel ourselves back up. Standing full. Okay. Drive the standing leg into the ground. Get taller. You almost want to lift your weight up from the standing leg as you drive it down. We don't want to sit into it, right? We still want that nice square leg. You're gonna think about lengthening and lifting that stretching leg. Okay, take 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Lift. And again. Belly button to spine. Good. Now drive that heel down. Pull it in. And then think about scissoring your legs together, almost like you're trying to close them through the object you have it propped up on. Find this activation for 5, 4, 3 more, 2 more, 1. Good. Now lift it up, take it off, and then shake it out. You can shake the tailbone, wag your tail. You can bop it up and down. You can shake out one leg on each side, or like Lane's doing, you can just jump up and down. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Notice how your legs feel. How are you doing? Good. Good. Let's settle it back in. Let's do some shoulder rolls forward. You're gonna squeeze your shoulders forward, but this time add the pelvis into it. We're finishing up our stretch session. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. And then start to roll side to side with the neck again, noticing if it's any more open. Noticing where your body probably wants more attention and give it there. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's take the leg up on whatever you were standing on or stretching on before. We're just going to compress that hip and get into that front hip flexor. We're going to stretch forward and back here. You can put both hands on your knee. You want this to be square too. Like you can open it, but then you're going to get more into the inside of the leg. We want to get more into that front psoas, hip flexor, forward abdominal wall connection here. And then stay there for a second whenever you feel. Take a deep breath in. Sink the back heel back down to the ground for a calf stretch. Maybe even take the hands up as far as you can. Maybe even scoop it back a little bit. If you want to counterweight, you can put your hands forward, or you can keep your hands behind your back for a little extra. Let's take the hands behind the back now and just stretch out the shoulders. And then give it 3 more slow pumps, but this time activating that bottom gam, that bottom booty thigh connection. Really push yourself off, and then come back in and push yourself off, and then 1 more forward and push yourself off. Good. Straighten, lift that leg, and then slide it back in. Good. Give everything a little wiggle, and let's do the other side. Okay, adjust your feet however you need, and then just start with some easy pumps back and forth. Okay, put your hand on your knee and just notice naturally where the square of your hips is. You probably will need to adjust your bottom foot to be forward a little bit more. right? So the bottom foot faces forward, the toes forward instead of out at a 45-degree angle, which means that as you come forward, you're probably gonna lift your toes up, which is a great toe stretch. So just notice where your body wants to be, and maybe this knee goes out, maybe this knee goes in. Try to keep it tracking directly over that ankle. You can even hook your thumb into the crease of the thigh to remind it to go down. Good, let's take a deep, long stretch here. Inhale, get longer. Exhale, come forward. You can lift the toes and then press them down for a little bit more of a calf stretch. Good, zing up through the top of the head. Take the hands up, inhale. Exhale, one more, inhale. Exhale, take the hands behind the head and lean back, or take them forward, your choice. Coming back to center, squeeze that bottom leg booty for stability if you let that go when you went backwards, and then give it one more deep breath. And as you exhale, push with that gam, with that bottom foot. We'll do 3 of these all the way in. Use it to control it all the way in. Activate the core, activate the belly, push, 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 like your life depended on, like you're pushing that structure all the way away. And then back in. Last one, push it forward. Good, and then come back, down. And then now with one last push, we're gonna lift it up. Whoop, and then curl it in. Good, shake it out. Should feel a little bit more openness than in the front of the hips. Okay, one stretch to the side. Whee! You can press into that same thing that you're using with the hand, or you can pull away from it, whatever you want. Deep breath in, drop the shoulders, drop the neck, tension, and then curve it forward and back, side to side, bending and straightening one knee and the other. Rotating through that side body, deep breath in, all the way to the spine. We'll curl it forward and stand up. Other side. You can either flip over or you can find something on the other side. Yep. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. Curl it forward and back. Taking into consideration how you can massage all parts of that side body. Let the neck go. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Perfect. Coming back to center.
So good.
Let's start, or let's finish like we started, and take a deep breath, finding a seat for yourself wherever you want. Inhale. And then come back into the awareness of your inner self. And think about this last 30 minutes where you got distracted, where there was something you genuinely needed to do and that was okay. But how the body can be and is a pathway to your attention, to your focus. Take your hands and place them up if they're down or reversed, and then notice if this changes the energy flow. Come back to that long, tall spine and remind yourself that having good posture allows your organs to function best, gives space between all your vertebrae, more space for the lungs, relaxing the neck. And without seeding a thought or setting an intention, listen to what your heart says. Just listen. Listen to what your soul cries, sings. And maybe it's nothing besides the stillness. And that sweetness. And that's perfect. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, take your arms up. As you inhale, get a little bit taller. Just move freely for these last 2 breaths and seal in all this listening. And as you exhale, remind yourself that you can always come back here. The simple breath with a little stretch. Thank you for taking time in your body today. Once again, we're here in the Keys and we are grateful that you spent time with us today on our little boat floating in the middle of the water. Thanks for all your support, for being here on Patreon, and get in your body. Do this class again, same one, do it a few times so you really get into it. Thank you. And thanks, Lane Bones, for being here with me.
Thank you, Julie.
See you soon.